fun. Verse 10. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out to the Lord.
So the children of Israel cried out to the Heavenly Father. You know they're in trouble. So they crying out now. Okay? All right? They crying out to the Heavenly Father. All right? They let you know there's a difference. They tell you in 11 cents. It's a difference between, why y'all Jake be thinking y'all Egyptian? It's right here plain and telling you. So if you think you Egyptian, so them was your people chasing my people. Now we here in America together, them your people chasing my people. Man, y'all better get it right. Go ahead.
Verse 11, it says, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in the Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Verse 12, is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians? For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness.
They them got that same attitude in America. They want to serve Esau instead of coming back to the Heavenly Father and listen to the prophets and doing what's right through the scriptures. They want to serve Esau.
That's why the Lord killed them in the wilderness.
That's why he said, no hand joining hand. The wicked should not go unpunished. Y'all gonna be messed up dealing with trying to hold hand with these Edomites, man. And they can be in their way of life. Okay? Jump down to 18.
Let's look at Exodus chapter 14, verse 18. And it reads, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horses. Verse 19, and the angels of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of a cloud went before their face and stood behind them. Verse 20. And it came to pass, and it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel.
That's a chariot. Go ahead.
And there was a cloud and darkness to them.
See, a chariot. Go ahead.
But it gave light by night to these. By the one came not near the other at Salakia, so that the one came not near the other all the night.
Okay, so that was our way. They was leading us through the wilderness. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord Yahweh caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all the night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Verse 22. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand.
And think about it. It's dry land, but you got water on both sides, you high as you can see. It's just standing perfect. Hey, you gotta believe that, man. A lot of people don't believe that. They'll read it, but they don't believe it.
They think it's fake.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And it reads, verse 22, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Verse 23, and the Egyptians pursued it and went in and after them to the midst of the sea, even Pharaoh's horses.
Even Pharaoh's horses.
His chariots and his horsemen. Verse 24. And it came to pass that in the morning, watch, the Lord Yahweh looked unto the Lord Yahweh looked into the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of a fire and the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. Verse 25. And took off their chariot wheels, that they drove them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord Yahweh fighted for them against the Egyptians.
So y'all know that he was getting ready to fight for us. So now y'all trying to flee. Go ahead.
Run away. Verse 26.
That's what Esau said in Revelation 6 chapter. When he say, let the rocks fall upon us, they gonna be so afraid, they gonna be hollering for the rocks to fall upon them and kill them. Hey, go ahead.
Verse 26, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon the chariots and upon their horses. Verse 27. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength. And the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Verse 28. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, all the hosts and Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. Then there remained not so much as one of them.
Verse 29, but the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right and on the left. Thus saith the Lord, save Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashores. And Israel saw the great work which the Lord Yahweh, you go into the miracle, did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed in the Lord and the servant Moses. See? So we saw what he did to him, but yet Jacob still want to believe you an Egyptian. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with you Egyptians. He was dealing with Israel then. Was Israel confounded? They trusted in him, but it said they started praying. So they trusted in him, and he what? He brought mercy unto him. Just like Moses trusted in him for a minute until he did what he did at the Meribah, striking the rock, and the Lord told him, I ain't gonna let you go to the other side to the promised land. So if any trust in the Lord confounded, you gotta trust in him, man. Okay? Read Jeremiah 16:14, Bible Shop. So this is heavy, man, a heavy time we living in. You have to keep your trust and your faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Okay? This is the time we living in, man. Okay?
16 and 14. This is Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the day come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
See, it ain't gonna be said that no more. What is gonna be said? Go ahead.
Verse 15.
The Lord brought us out of that land of Egypt, right? Oh, the great miracle. Go ahead.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
The north, we in what? North America.
Babylon.
So Babylon the Great, the Lord finna bring us out of this place on a miraculous work. It's called the chariots. Okay, that's how he's gonna get us out of this. Go ahead.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them.
From all the lands whether he had driven you. He's driven you to the four corners of the globe. And he gonna gather you. So into Matthew 24 and 30. And then Matthew 25 and 31. You're going to gather what? The sheep and the goats, man. Okay? Is that it on there?
No, it's a little bit more. And I will bring them again into their own land.
He's going to bring us again into our own land. So guess what? The people who in Des Moines, or who over there in Dimona, Israel, them jakes who over there living, Esau said what? They got to get out of there. Because y'all didn't wait on the Lord to bring you back to your own land.
You leaned on your own understanding.
Y'all want to go over there and talking about, yeah, this our homeland. We going over on a plane. The Lord didn't tell you we're going to take you on a damn American Airlines. He going to take you on them gold wings, them silver wings, them chariots. Okay, New Jerusalem coming out of what? Heaven. You see? So with that, man, hope this lesson. Go ahead.
That I gave unto their father.
That I gave unto their fathers, man. That land was promised us, man. Okay? That land was promised us. Right? So let them buy right quick. So when you see that, you can know. All right? The Lord brought us out of Egypt. He getting ready to bring us up out of America, man. He's going to get ready to bring us out of here. It's going to be miraculous, man.
Leaving in style, back to what you were saying.
Leaving in style, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Going to pop our collar one day. So we just lesson edifying to the elect of Israel. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, the Son. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. GMS Arkansas, man. To the next time, a Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Baba Ball. Shalom. Shalom.